Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday, college football day. Repping the Buckeyes here. Hoping they continue their winning streak. Hope your team does well too, but I hope the Buckeyes beat some. Kidding. All right, so our long-awaited Jamstec model run has just come out, and hoping it's not playing a game with me because okay, now it's saying entire grid is undefined. But I just saw it like an hour ago, so we're gonna try to play with this a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. That's odd. No. Oh, this might work. Let's give it a second. Okay, there we go. So here's our latest forecast, our October forecast for December through February, winter months, and has a very disorganized pattern of equatorial Pacific waters in terms of their temperatures. I mean, this doesn't look like an El Nino or a La Nina. It just looks like a blobble of mess. It just looks like a blob, of cold mixed with warm, etc. So, Noah's predicting a La Nina to form this winter from what I have seen. And, here's the thing. This is only one model run. What I'm about to show you is a little bit disheartening in terms of those who like the cold and snow. But keep in mind that it's just one run. It's not necessarily true. Keep in mind also that last winter was forecasted warm, not only on the seasonal models, but also on the month-by-month models. So in December and January, and those all systematically kind of domino by domino, day by day, fell to a cold run or they ended up cold rather, December and January. And overall, the winter last year was cold, despite the seasonal forecasting being all warm. Talking about the computer models here, not actual forecasts that were put out. And so there's your sea surface temperature anomalies. This is just going to be a Jamstec model run winter hint number. We'll do 37. Don't know if that's accurate. So anyways, here's your sea surface temps. Let's take a look at our precip, and we'll save the best for last. Everyone wants to know how much cold we're going to get because that's the best indicator of how much snow you will get. So again, dry for the southeast, dry for California. Other than that, it looks about average for most of the rest of the country. So I would say, just in a general term, this is near normal precip winter based off this run. This isn't a forecast for the winter. 2 meter air temperature anomalies. Here's the like the buzzkill, so to speak. Now it's forecasting off its latest October run. I was really looking forward to this being cold, but it's forecasting a very warm eastern half of the USA, also a very warm Canada, in places you don't want it to be warm. So it's not going to favor in this run blocking up top, so it'll be cold in the USA. And even in the West, it's still warm, even though not as warm as the East. So that's interesting. It's just one run, but again, we're going with the overall trend, which is still has the momentum going in favor of a cold and snowy winter. Again, the steady ensemble run of the overall trend of where it's going is what you want to look at. Excuse me, sorry. And this is just one straight model, so I'm not necessarily saying it's wrong or just discard it. It's good to look at it, especially in the coming months as winter gets closer, but don't put all your eggs in one basket, especially for one model run. So just wanted to show you what the Jamstec is showing. So let's also look at our El Nino. Let's do our Modikai index, because I believe this can apply for La Ninas too, but I'm not so sure on that. But anyways, it does show the Modikai, I'm pretty sure, which means the warmer waters are in the Central Pacific, which usually creates a colder climate for the USA winter. And it's showing a negative, no Modikai, so that's kind of a bad signal for winter. But I don't want to leave you guys all off with bad news on this update. I like to keep my subscribers happy, so I'm going to show you again the models we've been continuing to look at that are continuing to stay on their steady solid trend of a colder than normal winter. Again, we're going to look at the CFS and close this update. So CFS for October, rest of October, November, that's decent. I like that. December, okay, still picking up a little bit of cold. January looks, this is very decent, very well of a run. Cold throughout the USA. I could see some, so we're going to stop at January because I have a feeling in my gut this is going to have a lot of precip to it, so we're going to look at that. Okay, so we got the Gulf Stream activated, the subtropical jet. So that spells out nor'easters. So there was someone who said, I forget what it was, if it was a forecast or whatever. Someone made a quote in the weather world about how there will be more nor'easters this winter, but less snow. I think I heard that from Joe Bastardi of Weatherbell, and he was quoting someone else, but that, you know, makes sense with given this Gulf Stream activated. This would spell out nor'easters, but again, that doesn't necessarily imply that we're going to have above average snowfall. So I get that perspective too. So, all right, guys, that's it. Happy Saturday. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more long-range weather content. Thank you for watching Tyler's World of Weather. Have a great day, y'all. Bye.